Hello and welcome to another episode of Mid-Island Custom Diecast. In this episode is another Four Horsemen Invitational, and the theme is Flames. This is the casting that we're starting with, the Hot Wheels Custom Otto, which is, I guess, a fantasy muscle car casting. I quite like it, actually. It's kind of got a bit of a redline vibe to it because there's not a lot of details, no door handles, stuff like that. And the theme of flames comes at a super coincidental time, as the heat dome has just left my area, where yesterday we had temperatures of 49 degrees Celsius, which is about 120. Highly unusual for this area at any time of year, frankly. Yeah, so here it is on the roundabout anyway. We'll get her going and see what we can do with her. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and click on the bell for notifications of future videos. So let's have a closer look at this casting. The front end has a pretty plain grille, which is okay. I kind of like that sort of RSSS Chevy look to it. Not too much detail on the sides. The bottom, the chassis, base, whatever you want to call it, that's made out of chrome plastic. You can see I already got the post drilled out. And we got the stripe on top there. Pretty basic casting, but kind of a cool style to it, if you ask me. So we'll go ahead and take the little dental pick here and pop these wheels out, because it's not really a custom if you keep the original wheels, in my opinion. Quick look at the interior. You can see it's got some subwoofers or speakers there on the back dash thing. And it's got some pretty good details here on the seats. You can see some seat belts molded into the plastic, and of course that beautiful nub quote-unquote steering wheel, which I guess kind of looks terrible, but we're not going to do much with that on this one because I wanted to keep it simple. This blue windshield will be fine. We'll just go ahead with that. At least it's not pink or orange or something. And so we'll just put the screws back in to keep the stripper from getting all gunked up in the post holes, and we'll chuck it in the stripper and see where we get to. Yeah, so we got it out of the stripper. Here it is. We take a quick look here. You can see it's got some oxidization and stuff that we'll blast off with the wheel here. I'll make sure we get all the gunk out of the body lines and nooks and crannies and whatnot as well. So we'll just do the hood and show you what it's going to kind of look like. And we'll move on to the next step. Here it is, nice and shiny, ready to go on to the next thing, which I forgot where my camera was pointing, obviously, but anyway, we took the files to it inside the window openings, and there's some pretty bad casting lines down on the B-pillars at the back there and along the edges, as there usually is. And so we just filed those all off. You can see with a bunch of different stuff, sandpaper, files, a nail file thing, and you know, you guys have all seen this before. So apologies really for this video. Not a lot of details of the build, but we'll talk through a little bit of it here. I'm just, you know, said it before, but swapping over my hobby room, and with the heat lately and all that stuff, I've been more interested in doing the actual builds than I have been with the videos. And yeah, anyway, we'll see where we get here. So now we did some sanding, and we will take the Scotch-Brite wheel for the final preparations for paint. After the wheel, we'll give it a wash off with some degreaser and then some warm soapy water and dry it all off, and we'll get it in the paint booth. So here it is after all the prep and cleaning and all of that stuff. Looking pretty fresh. Ready for some 2K primer from Splash Paints. That's that there. This is a sandable primer. It's a really great primer in my opinion. I've been using it for a while now. I don't use it on every build, but when I do, I'm pretty darn happy with it. You kind of want to do the same thing with any paint job with the primer. You want to kind of go with a bit of a tack coat at first. You can go a little heavier than a tack coat with, say, a Spectre Flame, but if you put too much on, it will just pool and run. And so we'll just get a light coat here at first, and we'll set it aside. I think I did 2 or maybe even 3 coats of primer on this, and then give it a quick sand down and a clean off, and put our base color coat on. Anyway, while that's off drying, we take care of this chrome with the Easy Off. This is my preferred method for removing chrome from pretty much any plastic. It also works for getting paint off of windshields. And this is just old Easy Off. Every time I put a piece of plastic in here, I spray a little bit more, and I just keep it in there, and it still keeps on working. So, yeah. Here's how it came out. You can see a little bit of residue left on the base still in a few spots. So I'm just going to take a plastic bristle brush. Metal would definitely scratch it up, so we use the plastic. I use a bit of steel wool too, and just clean off that residue. Make sure that, yeah, here we are off camera again. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just make sure all that residue's off and there's no bits of chrome or anything left in the crevices. Alright, that's enough. Moving on to the paint booth now. I got it all taped off. You can see some shiny little blue spots there. I used some liquid mask to get in the spots that were hard to tape in. And we're just going to do the back bumper, the exhaust, or the whole back assembly and bumper, the exhaust, and the front grille with this Hyper Silver color from Splash. This is the one I used on the JDC Ferrari build as a base coat, and yeah, Splash Paints, there it is. Love the silver color. It's really, really, it's not chrome, but I put a bit of, I didn't do it on camera, but I put the Tamiya Pearl Clear over it, and man, I really love the way that the Hyper Silver and the Pearl together turned out on this car, which you will see at the end. Anyway, we got all this painted up, and that'll pretty much be it. So once we get this all painted, let's have a little reminder of the car that we started with. This is the Custom Otto from Hot Wheels, blue with white and red stripes. Typical 5-spoke, not see-through rims here, with the chrome-plated base, which I think that I've made look better. And here is where we ended up. You can see I kind of swapped it out for similar wheels, but much better looking in my opinion. The back, I have added a decal since I recorded this, but I painted in the red tail lights. The black paint is Nero, I think it's called Nero Black from Splash. Love, love, love that color. It's just like the darkest black. And the clear coat, I believe this clear coat is actually Bright Vision. And since it's a flame build, you can see on the roof the flames. That is a decal from hhwcustoms.com, or on Instagram is where I found him. He does some pretty cool custom 62 Chevy bases and all kinds of different decals and stuff, so go and check him out. I will leave a link in the description for that. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. Sorry for the kind of crappy video, not recording some of the stuff here, but I do appreciate you coming by and checking it out. Let me know in the comments what you think of the build and the color, and or really whatever else you want. And we'll see you on the next one, which will be tomorrow for the Canada Day special put on by Andrew at Maple Leaf Matchbox Makeovers.